What's the poll? That's the name of our first round. I'm going to show you 5 people who are all popular answers on the same poll. All our panellists have to do is tell me what's the poll. Here is your first person. Jeremy Clarkson, of course. He looks a lot older than he is. Incredibly, he's gone from 0 to 60 in 45 years. What poll do you think he might have appeared on?
Ugliest men in the world you wouldn't shag even if they were left on a desert island with you.
I was just going to say that.
Can you imagine him in bed?
I'd suck him off.
Is it somebody you'd most like to hit with a cricket bat? I say cricket bat, that's my weapon of choice. Pick your own weapon, isn't it? Obviously, really.
I think it might be just something with... Jeremy Clarkson is known... He's got a very long Biffin's Bridge, hasn't he? Beg your pardon? What's it? Biffin's Bridge. Stand up.
Right.
Right, because you've got quite a long one. You have your trousers up.
I've got quite a long one. Thanks, Sean.
He's just pulled his trousers
Yeah.
up.
Top of your trousers.
Yeah.
Right, then get your other finger and go down. Like that. Keep going. Keep going.
Oh.
Keep going, keep going. That's back there, there. That's your Biffin's Bridge. Now, take your hand away. That's how long your Biffin's Bridge is.
Why is it called a Biffin's
It's not your
Bridge?
Biffin's Bridge.
Ladies. Let's move... OK, so Jeremy Clarkson, we're not quite sure.
The thing is, no one understands the words he's on about. If you watch it, everyone's just completely confused. He says things like, if I said to you, shit at for tango, you'd probably say excessively keen, overly keen, knocking valves. You know, and everyone just goes, no, I wouldn't. I'd say, has it got a cup holder and will it make birds touch me cock?
OK, let's have a look at the next person on the poll.
Hip-hop and rap should be open to anybody. And that's like half of my challenge, you know. I don't see... Everyone's like, you can't do this. And I'm like, well, I don't see why not. Don't strike a pose, let's not doze, Bo don't care anywhere, get that on the cover. I'm telling you, brother, take a dagger and die.
That was Victoria Aitken with her attempt at a rap career to illustrate posh people. So, Jeremy Clarkson and posh people, what poll do you think they might have appeared on?
Is it people who know how to use a bidet? No, my mum, a couple of years ago, my mum got a new bathroom in and she said to me, Dad, I've just paid £100 extra for one of them things that you wash your bottom with. And he said, you paid £100 for a flannel.
Is it people you never get tired of kicking?
The thing about posh people, I hate it when they laugh. Horribly laughing, isn't it?
Do an imitation.
Ha 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 ha.
Do common people laughing then?
Good, I'll try and make you laugh.
Is it people that look or sound like Camilla Parker Bowles? He looks a bit like Camilla, doesn't he? He's got that sort of robustness.
No, I think...
I find her attractive.
Camilla Parker Bowles, you find her attractive in what way?
I'm thinking of Rod Hull.
She's nice, actually.
Have you met her?
Yes, I have. I met Prince Charles once, and he asked me, what does one do? And I explained the show, and he said, what sort of people do you have on the show? And I said, oh, you know, the husband, the wife, and the mistress.
Let's have a look at the next person.
Outside Old Trafford, the celebrations were deafening. Manchester United are Premiership champions again.
So, posh people, Jeremy Clarkson and Manchester United. What poll might they have appeared on?
Man United players are always getting done for speeding.
Yeah.
Clarkson's always going very fast. Unfortunately, not in the same direction forever. They tend to come back.
I once had an accident with a Man United player, and it was quite a bad accident. We had the airbag saved us and all that, and we were sat at the side of the road afterwards, and pretty shaken up. And I said to him, I've got a little bottle of whiskey in the glove compartment. Because he looked a bit concussed, looked really shaken. I said, have a swig of that. And he said, you haven't any. I said, no, you get it down, you need it.
Actually, talking to Man United players and speeding, do you remember when David Beckham got done for speeding? He came out with the greatest excuse I've ever heard. He said, they asked him why he was speeding, and he said, I was being followed by a photographer. Like, no, Dave, they're called speed cameras.
Is it to do with phone companies?
What do you mean by phone companies?
Well, Jeremy Clarkson does something for BT, and Man United do Vodafone.
And
not a goddamn clue about the last one.
And that is why you're wrong. Right, let's have a look at the next clip.
That's me, yes, fucking touch you, but throw you through the fucking window. Rude, vile, That's my country.
You know what that means? Rude, vile pig. That's what all of
Get
you
out of
are.
Taiwan.
Hello?
Get out of Taiwan.
Yeah, we'd love to get out of Taiwan.
Yes,
It's full of people like
no.
you. Pig.
That was, of course, Elton John getting very angry with a Taiwanese photographer. What do you think they have in common?
I thought that was his new chat show. Elton John. There's nothing nowhere to go with him, is there?
We could do a couple of bumming jokes, I suppose.
For God's sake. Cut
That's
it
why I'm
out.
not doing it. That's why I'm not
Cut
doing
it
it.
out.
I'm not doing it.
His level of humour is so desperate.
He wasn't on a show where they eat kangaroo balls.
He actually, to be fair to Patrick, what he said was, I said, Elton, where's the comedy in Elton? And he said, we could do that. He didn't say he was going to, or he would like to. He didn't get any pleasure. You wouldn't get any pleasure out of that, would you?
I'm saying fuck all.
Do you know what? People actually have the gall to comment about my chat show. Have a look at this, would you?
Yeah, but luckily we edit this.
Is it anything to do with loving to hate them sort of thing? Like Man United, people love to hate them. Jeremy
People,
Clarkson.
yes.
It's to do with that. You're along the right lines. I'll just show you the last bit, and I think you'll probably get it. Squeegee gangs there. A lot of people find them irritating, but at least it keeps them off the streets.
People we hate.
Who might hate them? Who might hate them?
Motorists.
A type of motorist?
A cyclist.
We need
Drivers.
motorists.
Cab drivers, you're not far off.
White van drivers.
Correct. They all appear on a survey of the pet hates of white van drivers. To be honest, it's a very long list. It includes everything, ever. With 3 exceptions. Bacon butties, brown sauce and knockers. So at the end of that round, I can tell you that Dave, Trisha and Lee have 1 point. Sean, Janet and Patrick are yet to score. OK, teams, buzz in if you think you know the answer. Here's your first person.
I've had enough now. I've really had enough. It's just all over the place. Just through 120 degrees right now. If we couldn't go that way and we can't. Just so had enough.
Ellen MacArthur there. She sailed around the world quicker than anyone has ever done it before. She only wanted to go to the Isle of Wight, but women, directions, what can you do? So, what poll do you think she might have appeared on?
Is it people who like sitting in a floating computer while it drives you around the world?
When she's doing the round the world, the single-handed thing, I'd love to have been a stowaway, and she just gets near the end and go, ah! You thought you was on your own. I was there all along. I think it might be a poll of women who look like 9-year-old boys. She does. She looks like a young lad, really eager young lad with her cheeks. I reckon if the next picture's Jeanette Cranky, I've got it right.
Maybe she's just on a poll for people who are jolly good with boats.
Lovely poll that would be.
Let's have a look at the next person on the list.
Ooh. It's on your head. It's on your head.
That's Camilla, the Duchess of Cornwall. As beautiful as she is black. Elton John has already penned a song for when she dies. Crocodile Rock. What poll might Ellen MacArthur and Camilla have both appeared on?
Is it Pipe Smoker of the Year?
Is it a list of women you'd rather have from behind?
Let me just check. No. Let's have a look at the next person on this poll.
250 grams of butter. Ooh, lovely. Baby. And whisk it up, me old darling. Chocolate. Cheesecake mould. All right. We're off, mate. Cool.
People who shop at Sainsbury's.
Oh, that's what it is.
I'm afraid not.
What's he saying? I didn't understand a single word.
Sorry, what was that, Dave? I couldn't...
I like Jamie Oliver, though. Do people like Jamie Oliver?
Is it? I thought it was the Crazy Frog. Sorry. I thought it was the Crazy Frog.
What poll do you think they all feature on?
Is it something to do with school dinners? Jamie Oliver did a show
that's
about school dinners. So I got that sort of right, didn't I?
And the other two... Doesn't matter. Doesn't really matter.
Well, maybe one of her horses has ended up in a school dinner, Camilla's horses. She probably... Then the local school said, we haven't got anything to eat. And she just went, I'll have one of my horses. Ellen MacArthur, she's probably went to school. She's probably still at school. She looks like she's at school. Looks like she's just had a lovely, scrummy, big, spotted dick.
Williams, what do you think?
I don't know. I'd like to see a couple more people and then make up my mind.
Well, let's have a look at the fourth person. Richard Branson, then. Nope.
They're all windy people in some way. They're all windy.
No, they're not.
Is it something to do with advertising? Sainsbury's, something else?
Camilla did Asda.
Asda.
Yeah, Asda Price, that was her.
Oh, yeah, maybe they all do that. Good one.
OK, let's have a look at the fifth person on this poll.
Who's that? Oh, wait.
Ooh,
She just got off the toilet. Is it something to do with nationalities?
You're along the right line, so...
Is he the greatest English person ever?
Yes. Yes, they all appear on the English Person of the Year poll. So at the end of that round, it's 6 points to Dave's team and 6 points to Sean's team. Question number 1. This is from a survey by Mother and Baby magazine from June 2005. 50% of British dads are what?
Counting the days till the kids leave home.
Are your kids going to be watching this?
Is it 50% of British dads are crap at putting shelves up? Because I am. Just awful. My wife said, put some shelves up, and I went, no, you'll want them straight and everything. I know you're... I'm not proud of this. I went to the library to get a DIY boot, and I said to the one behind the counter, I said, have you got any boots on shelves? She went...
Is it 50% of dads are suing Durex? Not necessarily Durex, it could be any of the rubber Johnny manufacturers.
There's a new promotion for it. I don't know if you've seen it in the chemist at the moment. It's a brand new promotion. It's for condoms, and it says, no, new shape. What new shape? Is that for workers at Sellafield? Is that...
I'll give you a clue. It's something to do with having babies.
Tired, sleepy.
Claudia, you said sleepy.
Tired, exhausted.
I'm going to give you a point. It is, in fact, 50% of British dads are sleep-deprived. Well, they have to wake up 3 times a night to tell their wives, it's crying again. Sean's team. This is from research carried out by the Department of Psychology at the University of Texas from June this year. Men consistently find women with what the most attractive?
Is it Rod Stewart? He's often got a charming young lady on his arm.
Big tits, low self-esteem.
Is it GPS? Oval satellite positioning.
Is it with a naked twin sister? That would get a thumbs up, wouldn't it?
Yeah, certainly would.
Thumbs up.
Oh, do you know what it might be?
Go on. I don't think
a degree.
A degree?
Yeah.
Oh, so naive.
No teeth.
No, men consistently find women with a weight-to-height ratio of between 0.68 and 0.8 the most attractive.
I was going to say that.
That roughly translates as not the stocky ones. Dave, Eamon and Lee, this next one is from a poll by the Health Development Agency from January this year. 60% of drivers think what is a good idea?
Oh, those chevrons on the motorway. Have you seen those? It's a road safety thing. You've got to keep 2 chevrons from the car in front.
Yeah.
And it's wrong.
Why?
I nearly killed myself trying to keep up with a Porsche last week. He's going 150, and I'm like, this can't be right, this can't be safe.
Is it 60% of drivers think that driving with your knees whilst eating a Ginster's pasty? It's the only way to do it. One underneath, 1 to cup for the small bits of potato. I'm not wasting that, I'd rather risk my life.
Is it?
No.
Is it playing lullabies and having a pillow?
Is it driving past a little chef?
Is it 60% of drivers think that kids doing that thumbs up thing is okay? Because it gets right on my bloody nerves. When you're driving behind a car and kids like that. I do that, I go like that. Show your mum.
OK, I can tell you it's something that you would expect drivers not to like.
Speed cameras.
Eamon, you're brilliant, you got it.
That
Every week there seems to be another statistic. I mean, I don't know, you saw like 63% of kids now have underage sex, yet last month 72 were obese. So who's shagging these fat kids?
So, at the end of that round, I can tell you that Sean's team have 2 points and Dave's team are in the lead with 7. Here's your first one.
Despite the pouring rain, crowds turn out to witness the mysterious arrival of Mr. Gandhi, who has come to London for the Round Table Conference.
Ah, that's lovely. Huh? Good.
There was, of course, a film made of Gandhi's life, 1.5 million extras. That's a hell of a DVD, isn't it? Gandhi there, what poll might he have appeared on?
Least popular ice cream flavour. Gandhi flavour.
I've spent some time in India. It's a wonderful, fantastic country. It's amazing. It's a beautiful country,
Yes.
yeah. It's the only place in the world, actually, you can get killed by a tiger or a salad.
Is it people who look like Gollum?
People who should have gone to Specsavers.
How about best Ben Kingsley look like?
Is it people whose nickname was Goosey Goosey?
Is it famous Mahatmas?
One of the things Gandhi is famous for, and he used to do this to sort of prove that his celibacy, prove his self-control, that he could resist temptation. He would sleep with virgins, 16-year-old girls, every night. And he would sleep with one so he could prove that he could resist temptation. Every morning he'd come out and go, oh, failed again. But, still, I'll have another crack at it tonight.
OK, next person on the poll.
As far as the eye can see, a press of excited youngsters from all over the region are on hand for the return of Elvis Presley to Tupelo, Mississippi, the town where he was born. Mr. Teenager is on his way to attaining a popularity unparalleled in theater history. Elvis is never too busy to oblige his young admirers.
So, Elvis and Gandhi, what might they have in common?
Nice shot, isn't it? People currently flying spaceships with Shergar.
People my dad thinks are gay.
Have they both starred in Jailhouse Rock?
Gandhi, I don't think was in jail. I'd have to check.
Was he ever put away?
Was he ever put away?
He maybe was.
Yeah, but they didn't make a film of it where he danced.
Is it people whose nickname was the pelvis?
Again, not so much with the Gandhi on that one. Next person.
He was voted top entertainer in the Channel Islands a couple of seasons ago. You've seen him on Seaside Special, live from the Palladium. Please welcome Shane Ritchie.
What is he thinking?
Shane Ritchie there. What poll do you think he might have appeared on with Elvis and Gandhi?
They've all shagged a Nolan.
Is that photo of Shane Ritchie taken from a Spot the Bee competition?
It's not out as redcoats on them.
Do they like a good curry?
Next clip. That looks bad, but Prince Charles did get his own back.
Is it people who are dead but
Yes.
people think are alive?
Yes.
Shane Ritchie, if you're watching, don't panic. You are still alive. You're clinging on.
I know what it is. Have they all, apart from Gandhi...
This is where I think it's going to fall down, but let's hear the rest of it.
Is it Something to do with weight loss, up and down.
No.
Yo-yo dieting, definitely.
It's not, definitely. It isn't. It isn't June. Next person.
You're frightened. No, but you come from out of the blue.
No, I told you where I
start
come from. I come from God. My name is Jesus. And I come from God.
Now, go on, get off, go on, leave us alone. You loony, you nutcase. You ought to be locked up.
That was Jesus, the famous caveman.
Is that the ZZ Top Acting Society?
Is it people you'd like to meet or have a chat with, or...?
Well, Shane Ritchie's in there.
Well, yeah, I know.
You're along exactly the right lines.
Is it people you'd like to have round for dinner?
Yes.
Yes, it is, yes. Brilliant. They all appeared on a poll of the person Britons would most like to have round to dinner. Princess Diana was top of the list. We all remember where we were when we heard the tragic news. I was in Kensington Park thinking, you know what this place needs? Another fountain. So at the end of that round, it is 5 points for Dave's team and 6 points to Sean's team. Dave, your team first. I can't tell you the source because it will give it away. 7% of UK kids don't know what?
Shit.
The correct way to prepare crack.
That if they eat another chocolate biscuit, they'll turn into a chocolate biscuit.
It is about food.
What a carrot is.
Very close.
What a carrot isn't.
I think I'm going to have to give you this one. It's 7% of UK kids don't know how to eat an orange.
What?
Incredibly. 7% of UK kids don't know how to eat an orange. Cover it in breadcrumbs and deep fry it. They'll get the hang of it. To be fair, most kids get all the orangey goodness they need from Bacardi breezes. Sean's team. This is from a study by Leicester University from March this year. On average, policemen spend 2 minutes per day what?
Playing with their needle.
Arguing over who's going to be bad cop.
Spend 2 minutes per day tampering with evidence. You know, just for old time's sake.
Is it boiling a really soft egg?
No, the answer is, in fact, on average, policemen spend 2 minutes per day taking statements. Dave, Simon and Lee, this is from the Department of Health survey from last December. Southerners are 5 times more likely to what than Northerners?
Support Manchester United.
Celebrate Pimm's o'clock?
Book a flight from Gatwick.
I'll give you a clue. It's to do with an emergency.
5 times more likely to not have an emergency.
It wasn't that much of a clue.
Call an ambulance.
You're absolutely right. It is dial 999.
Yeah.
My neighbour had a heart attack, right? Fell on his hamster, and the RSPCA got there before the ambulance.
Sean's team, you're next. This is according to a survey by the Ramblers Association from this March. 69% of people think that encountering what would spoil their enjoyment of a country walk?
Talking sheep. Especially a really dull one. If a sheep could talk, it'd be quite boring, wouldn't it? You know, it's just been standing here all day. Bloody boring. I stood over there yesterday. Great.
A badger the size of a horse.
That sounded really rude, the way you said it. Oh, she had a badger the size of a horse.
I keep forgetting Richard Madeley's there, and it's like a little surprise every 5 minutes.
What would spoil a country walk? Come on, just think about it logically.
A bull.
The road.
Electric pylon.
Yeah, you're along the right.
Motorway. Cars.
Well, you're absolutely right. I'll give you that. It's vehicles.
What?
Dave, your team, next one's from the British Attitude Survey, December 2004. By the year 2015, half the world's population will what?
Have been evicted from the Big Brother house. Will have had a go on Titmus.
I've read the Da Vinci Code.
Reading the Da Vinci Code is kind of along the same lines. They will be able to read the Da Vinci Code.
Speaking English.
You're absolutely right. Sean, yours is the next one. From a survey by Surrey University featured in the Daily Mail in March, 17% of British women are kept awake each night by what?
17% of British men.
Richard Madeley.
Yeah, they're there tossing and turning.
Is it ecstasy?
I think it's a gentle but insistent prodding in their lower backs.
Come on, it's quite an obvious one.
The children.
Is it snoring?
You are absolutely 100% right. 17% of British women are kept awake by their partner snoring. If your partner does snore, one way you can deal with it is to gently roll them over. Do it 3 times, they're out the bed, problem solved. So at the end of that round, it's 8 points for Sean's team and 2 points for Dave's team. Here's your first question. This is from an age concern study from January. 50% of the over 65s don't have a what?
Is it that 50% of over 65s don't have a real hip?
Is it 50% of over 65s don't have a clue why they went to the cupboard in the first place?
Is it 50% of over 65s don't have a chance against a panther?
Is it 50% of over 65s don't have a waist? As you get older, all men especially, the waist just get higher and higher, and the belt gets, the pants just get higher. 103, belt there, zip there. Hello, I'm 103.
And the only people I know, old people, they have trays over the bath. So they can organise the loofah and the soap, and it's all there. And then they need an emergency. There it is.
People still use loofahs. That's great, isn't it? That's an over 65 thing, a loofah, isn't it?
Well, no, it's not. It cleans your back.
I know, they're great.
It's a young man's thing, I would have thought, the loofah, surely, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it's a young man's thing. Yeah. No, the kids watching will be thinking, yeah, loofahs, yeah.
What is a loofah? What's a loofah?
Do you want to know?
That's a bloody funny
I
name.
know, because the worst Christmas present I ever got was a grow-your-own loofah kit.
Oh. That is quite bad as a gift.
Whereabouts do loofahs live in the wild, then?
Underwater.
No, they don't. They grow on trees.
Is it like a sea cucumber when it's alive?
No, it grows on land. It grows on land. It's a vegetable.
Surely it's like a sponge and grows underwater, isn't it?
No, that's what I thought.
I disagree
it was.
with you.
Yeah, but you don't know fucking everything, do you?
Well, I think there should be a gardener special on loofahs then, if that's the case.
That's loofahs grow on trees. They're like a gourd. They're like a gourd.
A gourd?
What's a gourd?
I can't believe I'm working with these botanical ignoramuses.
I've never seen a loofah tree. If there were loofah trees...
Of course you haven't seen...
Well, because they don't exist, that's why. If there were loofah trees, we'd know about them. They sound brilliant.
The reason you haven't seen one is because old people have taken them. I'll give you a clue. It's sort of about companionship.
Don't have a partner.
Is it a best friend?
Best friend is the right answer. This is from a survey featured in the Daily Mail, March 2005. 86% of bosses feel that what is a disadvantage in business?
Is it 86% of bosses feel that speaking in riddles is a disadvantage in business? My first is in piano, but not in canoe. Would you like to invest in my shipping company, Jimmy?
Yes, I would.
It is in canoe, isn't it? It's like look at your face when you went.
Is it incontinence? I know. Is it giving your firm one of them stupid punny names? That's the disadvantage. You know, like Specs in the City.
I saw one. They did haircuts and they had sunbeds, and it was called Tanzania.
The cleverest one's near the Tate Modern. Tate Modern. Have you seen it? That's clever, because that's like French. It's not funny, but it's clever, isn't it?
I think that would be an advantage in business because people are morons.
There's a great one in Bath, and it's a coffee shop, and they've got it slightly wrong because it's called Rhythm and Beans. If it was an off-line, it'd be Rhythm and Booze. Yeah, that's fine. But Rhythm and Beans, and you see people looking at it going.
There's a hairdresser near us, and the girl's called Valerie, and full march because it's called Val does her.
I can give you a clue.
Go on then.
It's you're sort of along the right lines when you said it was about how people speak.
Is it having a working class voice?
That's exactly the right answer.
Oh.
Yes, 86% of bosses feel that a working class accent is a disadvantage in business. I've done all right. Strike a light. OK. 25% of Brits find what helps them nod off?
Listening to Clanad on heroin?
Marzipan. My mum, who was dyslexic, put marzipan on our Christmas cake once.
A Bergerac box set.
Is it listening to your partner tell you about their day at work?
Is it nitrous oxide, anaesthesia? You know, because I had anaesthesia, and you know when they say they give you the thing, the injection, the anaesthesia, and they go like count backwards from 10, and you go 10, 9, 8, and then I heard somebody go, "Whoops, you don't want that, do you?" You know, like, what do you mean?
I shall tell you. 25% of Brits find that a bath helps them nod off.
Oh.
It is very dangerous to fall asleep in the bath. I keep myself awake by constantly making toast. So at the end of that round, it's 3 points for Sean's team and 5 points for Dave's team. Here is your first person.
Nowadays, everybody can have their own little bit of the Arctic with a home freezer. And there are two main kinds. This one, the upright one, has the advantage of not taking up too much floor space. With the second type of freezer, the chest type, this doesn't happen as much, although it does take up a lot more floor space. And I suppose if you're a very small person, you might find it difficult to find things right down at the bottom.
Delia Smith there. What poll do you think she might have appeared in?
This is a poll of the most patronising people in the world.
It's not a poll of the most patronising people in the world, but well done for your guess.
She knows nothing about freezers, that woman. Yeah. I know. I got her top tips book, and it says quite clearly that a chicken should keep fresh in a freezer for 6 months. So I put one in on Tuesday, had a look today, it's dead.
Well, it could be people you'd like to cook dinner for you, but you wouldn't want them to eat it with you. Thanks very much. Can you go now?
OK, next person on the poll. Darth Vader there at the premiere of Shrek 2. What poll do you think Delia and Darth might have appeared on?
Is it a poll of women and fictional emperors?
I'll check for you. No.
The thing I always wonder about Darth Vader, if you think about it, like, he's got that, he wears that all the time, doesn't he? So he never gets any sunlight. You'd think he'd have rickets. Big bandy-legged fella like that, just going...
I bet George Lucas is feeling pretty stupid right about now.
Is it people who are white but actually have the voice of a short, fat black man?
Next up, Joss Stone.
Has Darth Vader got his own range of pasta sauces?
Is it famous asthmatics?
No. Next person.
Tonight, singing live once again, Gary Mullen is Freddie Mercury!
Freddie Mercury there. What poll do you think he might have appeared on with Delia Smith and Darth Vader?
Is it people you'd be quite surprised to find out were your father?
He was gay, Freddie Mercury, but he was in the closet, wasn't he? He only came out the day before he died. And I just thought, really? Who knew?
People really didn't know. People used to say he can't be gay, he's got a moustache.
Yeah. The only people who didn't know probably were my nan and Brian May, I reckon. Brian May would just go, no, not Freddie, surely. But I mean, he tried to throw us off the scent with fat-bottomed girls, but...
Let's have a look at the next clip.
Oh, excuse me, Ricky. Ricky, I did see what you were doing. It felt good, didn't it? We all have feelings like this sometimes. I'm just glad you're doing this in the privacy of your own room. I'll be sure to knock next time, okay?
That's not right.
A clip there from a 1975 parental training film to illustrate mothers.
Why didn't she just knock?
Yeah. She said she'd knock next time. She'd made a mistake. She'd learnt from it.
Right. Did she say that?
Yeah.
You absorbed that whole film. Shame it's not the Krypton factor. We'd get loads of points. Surely she should have checked. You know, he might have been building an Airfix kit.
What's worse is if you've been doing it to something on the telly and fallen asleep when you wake up, she's put a cup of tea there.
Surely, Dave, if your mum put a cup of tea down, you'd hear the cup rattling.
So, Delia, Darth Vader, Freddie Mercury and mothers. What's the poll?
Is this people who have no idea how to communicate in a pleasant way?
I thought Freddie's voice touched millions of people.
Actually, apart from him, who's
Well,
the
you can't have a poll apart from someone, can you? He's the whole object of the game.
It's to do with something that you don't tell anyone.
Secrets.
It's to do with your computer.
Passwords.
Correct.
Oh.
Yes, they've all appeared on a list of the most popular names used for computer passwords. Number 1 on the list was Gandalf. That's tough to crack, isn't it? Right, he's a computer geek, he lives alone. Let's try Gandalf. It's Klingon for Gandalf. We're in. So at the end of that round, it's 3 points for Ralph, Simon and Sean, and 5 points for Sarah, Ian and Dave. The next round is called The Poll with a Hole. We've looked through hundreds of surveys, past and present, from around the world and unearthed some fascinating facts. Unfortunately, each statistic is missing one salient piece of information, so it's up to our panellists to fill in the gaps. Dave's team, you're first. 62% of pupils believe that teachers what?
Shouldn't really be in the showers with them.
Is it that teachers is their preferred brand of whiskey?
He's from Glasgow.
Is it 62% of pupils believe that teachers are really good at teaching the maths and 80% think they're not great?
Is it 62% of pupils believe that teachers are mad as a buzz? Because I think we all had a mad teacher. We had an absolutely mental mad teacher. I can't obviously tell you his name, but he was married to a woman called Mrs. Forsyth. He was mad because he used to, in the lesson, if you weren't paying attention, he'd say, right, I'm going to go and stand outside and I'm not coming back in until you behave. And we used to just go mad and he'd keep opening the door now and again going, I'm still here.
We used to have a teacher, he'd literally come in with a chainsaw and he'd take the heads of the...
I'll give you a clue to this. It's how the teachers feel about their pupils.
They like to think they like them, don't they?
That is the right answer.
Oh.
Yes, 62% of pupils believe that teachers like them. That or they can't spell lick. Dave's team, 30% of Scottish women have what?
Been banned from Wetherspoons? Is it have appeared as extras in Bad Girls?
Is it I've breastfed in public? Only I went to school. A mate of mine, they come from Scotland. His mum was Scottish, obviously, more Aggie, something like that, I don't know. And she was still breastfeeding him at school when he was 5 at primary school. She used to come and do it through the railings. It's really funny. But the sad thing was, she was a real gossip, so if she saw somebody she knew at the other end at the playground there, she'd be off and he'd be like, ah!
Did you grow up in a cartoon?
Yeah.
Well, you were closest with the Wetherspoons guess. It's a type of crime.
Drunk and disorderly?
No.
Shoplifted alcohol.
Correct.
Really? There you go.
Yes, 30% of Scottish women have stolen alcohol. Sean's team, 16% of medical students have been what by nurses?
Injected by their ovipositors.
Yes, that's it. Moving on.
By the what? What was that?
Ovipositors.
Oh, right.
You know, the stem that injects the eggs into the host.
Yeah. And do you get the people doing that to lots of you, Vic? Yeah. Yeah, mate.
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah.
The galleon, yeah, brilliant.
It's something that you would normally associate with happening at school.
Teased.
Bullied.
Correct. Dave's team, your next one. The average British man spends £13 a year on what?
Treating his wife. Go on, you have that yourself. Go on, you go and spend that. No, I don't want anything back. Off you go.
Is it throwing coins at referees?
You have a go, Vic. Have a go.
Oh, push bike.
That's a brilliant answer. Well done.
Thank you.
Have another go.
Walnuts, I suppose.
Very good answer as well.
Yeah, thanks.
Is that right? Is it walnuts and push bike?
Your whole body posture there suggests I've got the right answer. You can trust me. No, I'm serious on this one. Yeah.
No,
Is it push bikes?
I can't take all the credit for this. It was Sean.
I'm kind of his manager, really. Trainer, manager.
Yeah.
I encourage.
Carer.
Yeah.
No. There's right. Listen. There are how many months in a year? 13. How much for your? How much for your lodgings? A month? £1? £13. Rent is the answer.
It's just the smug look after the wrong answer.
Is it coconuts? Because I probably buy 5 or 6 coconuts a year. So
You get them cheap.
Yeah.
Where'd you go?
You know the coconut shop?
Oh, yeah.
By the station?
Yeah.
Kate Garraway, do your one final guess from Kate Garraway?
Socks or underwear? They don't ever
That's the
buy
correct
them,
answer.
do they? Really?
Yes, the average British man spends £13 a year on underwear. I was in Marks and Spencer's the other day. I splashed out some lacy knickers. Had to pay for them. So, at the end of that round, I can tell you that Alan, Vic and Sean have 2 points. Kate, Frankie and Dave have 7 points. Join me after the break when we'll be finding out what the best thing about Britain is.